here's a really good question, and because I was just looking up some Haku stuff the other day. Do you think Brock Lesnar could take Haku in his prime?
I don't know about that.
Haku was a big son of a bitch.
Possibly.
I like Lesnar, but come on now.
You know,
That Haku could take Brock?
You know, I don't, you know, I really don't know. I've seen Haku in action. Yes. Bismarck, North Dakota.
He actually got in a fight with somebody. You witnessed it.
If that's what you want to call it.
Okay.
There could be other definitions. Let me tell you what happened.
You turn this up.
Bismarck, North Dakota. Okay, I can't remember. I'm by myself, I think. I wasn't riding with anyone. Had never been to this town before. And it's a town of a lot of American Indians. Native American, actually. You know? So, it was the first time I had ever been around so many Native Americans, which I thought was kind of cool. So a lot of the guys, the show is not till the next day. It's a house show. Then again, it might have been a nitro. I can't remember now. I've been hit on the head with a lot of chairs, so hey, forgive me for that. Okay, there's a big bar, big cowboy club, right across the parking lot from the hotel that we're staying in, that I'm staying in. I don't know who else is staying there. I see Virgil. I see him there. And a bunch of the other guys. So, I'm not doing the tag thing with Harley, so my brother wasn't there. I might have been doing the NWO thing. I can't remember. It might have been one of them shows where me and Brett was tagging. I don't remember. But anyway, I put my clothes on. I go over to this bar, big, giant cowboy bar. I walk in, I look across the club way over there. I see a bunch of the boys by the bar. Oh, there go the boys over there. As I'm walking over there,
I'm still on this Haku Lesnar thing. If Lesnar, or excuse me, if you're talking about Ming back in the '90s or even the '80s, I don't know. It's even if it's the UFC Lesnar or so, the current one, you take Haku back in '95. He no, I don't know. That man was an animal. So no, if he gets his hands on Lesnar better be quick and shoot on him because Haku was no joke. Boy.
See this scrum breaks out. You know, all kind of shit is flying, people flying, and this, that, and the other. Boom.
Isn't Haku a black belt too?
What's going on? So I start to walk much faster because it's right over there where all the boys are. And this is why I don't hang out with other professional wrestlers. Now you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, see.
Okay. I get over and when I'm on the road with these type of guys, I'm like the guy. If you see what I'm saying, I'm like the guy that had to kind of look over all these fucking knuckleheads.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get closer. I go through a few people. Haku has a guy in that fucking Tongan death lock or whatever the fuck.
Tongan death grip.
This fucking guy is about to shit on
He's
himself.
using it in a real fight.
Yes, this fucking guy is about to piss, shit, and vomit all at the same fucking time.
I might have seen some of this.
Goddamn shit coming out his ears. His eyes is rolled back in his fucking head.
Woo!
I'm like, what the fuck is some cowboy? Some cowboy, I don't know if he was Native American or a white guy.
Said his
but a
hand
black guy,
strength.
I know that. I don't know how many is in this fucking town. And the people are screaming, women are screaming. I run up and I fucking grab Haku from behind. You know, I grab him. He's a big guy. I grab him and I hit his arm and I'm like, let him go, brother, let him go. I get his fucking arm off him and I run him out the fucking club. I run him out the club. I find my fucking rental car that was a goddamn fucking Prius or some shit that I was driving, a little bitty fucking car. They don't even have really big cars in towns like that. I throw his ass into the fucking passenger side. I get in the fucking driver's side and I haul ass to the fucking hotel. And I park in the fucking parking lot. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? But see, the thing about Haku, if he drinks, he gets crazy. And I don't know what kind of rock gut they had in this fucking town.
Rock gut. That's why that drink.
Fucking guy had went crazy. I don't know what this fucking guy did because I never had a chance to talk with anybody about it. I didn't want him to go to jail.
Right.
You know. So by the fact that, like I told you before, I came up working in clubs, that club instinct just took over. So we sit in the fucking car and just talked for about 30 minutes. For him to fucking cool down and his high come down a little bit, bro. And I'm like, actually the reason I was really sitting there, I wanted to see where the police, you can see the club from where we stood. I want to see where the police car is going to drive up and, you know, come looking for him. But they never did.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, okay, brother, I'm okay, man. I think I'm okay. And I said, hey, man, you want me to go to your room with you? He said, no, man. I said, well, I'm going to go in the lobby with you. And he's like, okay. So we walked into the lobby. And I seen him get on the elevator. Then I went back to my car and I went back over to the fucking club. And I'm asking these fucking dickheads, what the fuck is going on over here, man? Y'all know how the fucking guy is when he starts to drink. But these fucking dickheads, some of the, I ain't going to get into
So,
that.
but he was with other workers. He was with other wrestlers, and they were egging him on.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I don't know for fucking sure.
Somebody stirred him up.
When you see somebody fucking with somebody, tell the motherfucker, I don't know how many situations I've been in for some fucking dickhead at the club. You get fucking alcohol in them and they think they're tough. Just de-escalate it.
Liquid courage.
Yes.
Yeah, they say that all the time. Was it Douglas? Or I can't remember who it was. Said, no, I don't think it was Douglas. I think it was Steiner. Yeah, he said he was out there with him one night, and he told the guy because the guy was trying to start. He's like, if I were you, I'd leave that alone, leave him alone or something. And the guy kept getting started, and he said he chopped one guy, kicked the other guy in the throat. Man, guys went flying. He said leave that alone. I was in another situation. The man was sitting there having his drink or trying to eat. He's like, leave me alone, brother, or something like that. And the guy kept on and got a good ass whooping. that was his own fault. Messing with the man, he's not bothering you.
De-escalate it. Tell the guy, hey man, we don't want to trouble. Blah. Let me buy you a beer. That's what I would do. Hey man, let me buy you a beer, bro. We don't want blah blah blah. You know, because he don't know what the fuck he's saying. It's alcohol. So, true story. If anybody ever seen the Tongan death grip on television, it's real. It's fucking real.
I want to let everybody know very quickly, there are several different ways that you can see and listen to this show, because we're getting some questions on stuff we've already covered, and that's great.
Yeah, title match or something else.
Everyone's chiming in. We've got many more great questions to get to. But if you check us out on iTunes, Stand Up for Greatness for Stevie Ray, make sure you subscribe on iTunes. If you've already subscribed and you like that show, give us a 5-star review and a rating. It helps us move up the podcast charts so we can start lapping the inferior wrestling podcasts that are, of course, still ahead of us, but only temporarily. Also, if you want to see this show every week in its entirety, uncut and uncensored, you can go to Title Match.
Okay, I think this is these are some older clips I'll be running across, because he got a separate channel now. Unless he comes back to this and I don't know about it, because Title Match got some everything: matches, interviews, podcasts, a little bit of everything. So I don't know if he came back to the thing recently or not, because some of these are kind of old, but they're good. Cause I'll be alive. I like to hear the stories from back in the day.
WrestlingNetwork.com. There's a 14-day free trial, no obligation, cancel anytime. But I know you're not going to, because there's over 600 hours of original professional wrestling content in addition to this show at TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. And finally, if you want to see more live Q&As like this on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button.
Okay, yeah, this might be is it stopped? Oh, okay. Yeah, this might be older, but yeah, that grip thing, because matter of it was two other people said that this here it wasn't for no gimmick. He really could put the guy out if he wanted to. Same thing with what you call it, the spike. You catch somebody in their neck real good. Ooh boy, underneath their throat. That's it. That is it. Yeah, he said he had to get him the hell out of there. Somebody wanted to start, and then I know somebody else was saying they're cool. They're cool, but when they said when Ming and Haku drink, when Ming and Barbarian drink, oh boy, that's another one. They said I said Barbarian's another one. He said he'll throw you 7 feet across the bar. You don't want to box that. And those guys are still pretty big dudes. But back then it was even worse. Leave him alone. And what's the other guy? Snooker said it took 7 people to get him to chill out. And that still didn't help. Whoa, those folks don't play.